Are you a writer? Do you think your writing job is safe? Do you? Really? Are you sure? Because I'm here to show you how it's not with the new AI content writers. So stick with me and I'll show you how to write unbelievably jaw-dropping content with AI and how it can actually improve your job and how the job for writers, that is to say, for bad writers, is just about dead. Hi, my name is Josh Bashinsky. I've been doing SEO for over 20 years. I'm something of an AI whisperer and I've been doing AI since 2017, 2018. Recently, I made some videos about ChatGPT, about how much it sucks. I've also recently made videos about how easy it is to detect AI content. Well, today I'm going to be making a video about how difficult it is to detect AI content and how ChatGPT is actually the smartest thing on the planet. Okay, so I'm going to generate some AI content to see if I can write an AI to easily make the content better and improve the writing of either a human being or an AI-generated content. So I've written this simple AI here in TextDaVinci 3 model in the OpenAI playground. And I've just told it, AI will tell me about cookies. Let's see what it generates. So it tells me cookies are small pieces of data stored on your computer, mobile phone, or other device when you visit a website. They are used to remember information about you, such as your preferences and settings, and can also be used to track your browsing habits. Blah, blah, blah. Cookies can help you make your browsing experience more efficient and enjoyable. Okay, so I'll take this piece of content over here, and I'll put it into another AI that I created that says in OpenAI, it's a better writing bot. It's TextDaVinci 3 still. I've got the temperature turned down, the randomness turned down, and I've got frequency, penalty, and presence set at 1, so it's not going to repeat itself too much. And I'll say, okay, give me better. And basically the instructions I gave it are very simple. I said, this AI will rewrite the sentences submitted in ways to make the writing better. More engaging, active tense, shorter sentences, better adjectives. Show, don't tell. More compelling language. Really try to sell the topic. So let's see if the AI can, out of the magic of AI and the intelligence of AI, let's see if it can make this AI-generated content, which was pretty boring, you have to admit, let's see if it can make it better. So I'll hit Control-Enter, and look what it says. It says, savory morsels of data. Cookies tantalize your computer, mobile phone, or other device when you visit a website. They remember information about you, like your preferences and settings, while also tracking your browsing habits. Cookies make web surfing more efficient and enjoyable, an absolute treat. Wow. So you have to admit, in a simple one-line AI that I wrote in TextDaVinci 3 on the OpenAI playground, it made a boring piece of content pop and come alive and a much more interesting piece of content. Let's see what happens when we plug it into ChatGPT, which is a relative of TextDaVinci 3, another GPT-3-ish, 3.x kind of generative processing transformer that generates content. Let's see if it does any better. So easily, what I'll do is I'll just take this, I'll come over here to ChatGPT, and I'll just plug it right in and just say go. So suddenly, look at the information it comes up with. The writing is even better. It says, indulge in the delectable world of cookies, tiny morsels of data that enhance your browsing experience. Savory bites of information, they remember your preferences and settings, making each visit to a website more personalized. And with the ability to track your browsing habits, cookies can elevate your browsing to a whole new level of efficiency and pleasure. Wow, holy crap content. I bet any writers out there who don't write quite that well, I bet you're like, I'm not so sure about my job anymore, Josh. AI, when instructed properly, can be as good a writer as a human, if not better. Look what else it did on the first try I did before I even made the video. This was the first one I did, and it even picked up things like subtext and contradictory ideas and setting them apart, a little bit of sarcasm, and it even picked up the good about cookies and also the negative things in the zeitgeist about cookies. Look what it said. I gave it the same prompt, the exact same prompt with pretty much the same boring piece of AI-generated writing. And remember, I could have used human writing here too. And look what it spit out. It's similar, but it's a little different. See if you can pick up the differences. It says, indulge in the delectable world of cookies, irresistible morsels of data that tantalize your computer or device with every website visit, savory in their ability to remember your every preference, login detail, and shopping cart item. These delicious treats also have a nefarious side, sinfully tracking your browsing activity across various sites for analytics and advertising. Cookies are the ultimate guilty pleasure. So wow, if you've ever tried to have a conversation with your writer and said, zhuzh it up, put some pizzazz in the writing, both OpenAI's Playground did a pretty darn good job, and ChatGPT did an even better job like that. So writers out there, do you still think your job is that safe? Are you sure? Time for you guys to step up your game. But you might be like, okay, well, hold on, Josh, wait a minute. But this is AI-generated content that clearly can be detected as AI-generated content. Josh, you told me a couple of videos ago, go check my channel, and while you're at it, how about like and subscribe if you want to, You told me a couple very famous videos ago that people have been blowing up over that ChatGPT sucks and that it's easy to detect AI content. Okay, well, let's see how well the standard AI content detectors detect the content that my two prompts here generated, both from OpenAI. I'll check the OpenAI prompt, and I'll check the ChatGPT prompt, and we'll see how well the standard content detectors detect it, now that it's doing good writing, or it's doing better writing. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the auto-generated content, and I'm gonna paste it into the industry standard GPT-2 output detector. And we'll see if it's able to detect the AI-generated content as AI-generated, and it can. It's very sure. And we know this is AI-generated. You saw me generate it from Playground, in situ, in the video. And it's pretty sure. It's 93.37% fake. Okay, fine. So it's pretty darn sure. And let's go over here to Content Scale and paste it in, which is another free AI content detector, which claims to be using this one, but have some extra bells and whistles to make it better. And we'll check it for AI content. And it's really sure. It's 85% sure that this was fake, and they're totally right. This was fake content. Okay. Well, let's go over here to the better writing to see how well they can detect it. So the OpenAI content, we'll copy and paste it here into the GPT-2 detector. Do you think it'll be able to detect that this is fake AI-generated content? You know it's AI-generated. I generated it in front of your face, so you know it's AI-generated. Will it get it right? Let's find out. And bonk! Look at that. It thinks this is 99.97% real. Holy shit, right? It thinks it is 99.97% real. In the arms race between AI content detection and AI content generation, boy, do you really have to watch the nuance of how you train the AI. It's all about the nuance. You have to be a bit of an AI whisperer like myself and understand kind of how this stuff works, and you can make amazing things happen. Okay, well, hold on, Josh. What about Content Scale? Content Scale's got some extra stuff in there. They've zhuzhed it up, I'm going to use that word the whole time now. They've zhuzhed up their content detector. Will they be able to detect it? Okay, so I'll paste it in here and I'll say I check for AI content, and bling! They say this is 100% real. 100 effing % real, okay? And they say the shorter the content, the harder it is to detect. Okay, well, this is 100% real. Maybe if we added in more, it'd be harder to detect. Let's see. Let's say, okay, let's give it another 400 tokens to spit it out. And I'll just say, Control Enter, will it keep going? No. Okay, I'll say, also, I'll just prompt it by saying also, and it'll generate as much more as it can. They can help websites remember when you return. This is a great way to customize your experience in ways such as remembering your preferences and settings. So I know I'm adding in human content, but most of this is still a generation. It's still, 95% of generation. Let's go back here and see if they can detect it. And the answer is still 99.97% that it's real, when it's mostly not. It's 98% fake. And we'll put it here into Content Scale, and still with the longer content, they still think it's 100% real. Okay, you might be like, okay, well, Josh, what about ChatGPT? Everyone's crazy about ChatGPT. You said it sucks earlier on. Does it still suck? Maybe the content detectors will detect this. Okay, let's find out. So I'll go here to the first answer I got out of ChatGPT, which I didn't think it was quite as good because it didn't get the nuance of the good things about cookies and the bad things about cookies, although it was very close. And we'll go here to GPT-2. Do you think it'll be able to detect it? Survey says, boink, nope. It thinks it is 99% real. 99% real. Because of the beauty of the text and how well it is written that only supposedly a human can do. Okay, well, let's go to content scale. Maybe these guys' big beefed up content detector can detect it. Let's find out. Nope, they think it's 100% real. They have no idea. They are none the wiser. And if I go back here to the passage that I would use on my webpage, because I thought it was a much better piece of writing, this thing about the guilty pleasure and the sinfully tracking, this was such a beautiful piece of writing. It's chef's kiss, right? I'll take this. You know what we would have to pay a writer for on Upwork to get this? A lot, right? To this quality of writing, this level of writing, you have to pay someone on Upwork a lot. I did this for free in 30 seconds because I know how to prompt AIs. If I come back here and I go to GPT-2, I'm sorry, writer, is it your job safe? No, it's not. Look, it's even more sure. It's even less sure. 99.98% sure it is written by a human being. And here, I'll put it in here, and I generate it in front of your face, remember, and then check for AI content. Boom, it's 100% real. And so the arms race between AI content generation and AI content detection for SEO and for newspapers, for academia, for everything in life is just kicking off. And this is going to be the huge thing that people are going to talk about. This is a mainstream issue and a mainstream problem that the SEO industry as well, and everyone else who's watching this video, has to contend with. So you might be like, oh no, Josh, my life is over. I'm a writer. I just finished my writing degree. I wanted to get writing and now this comes out. I'm screwed. Hold on, wait, you're not screwed. Instead of fighting against this technology, embrace this technology. Instead of fighting against it, learn how to prompt OpenAI, learn how to prompt ChatGPT. I'll share this prompt with you if you want. It's not a problem. I'll share the better writing prompt. As you saw, it was only like a line of text, right? And you could put both human writing into it, and you could put sections of human writing into it. You could put sections of AI-generated content into it and make the writing better. And after you make the writing better, you're using it as a tool, you're massaging it, you add a little bit of human interest in it. But you're like, okay, hold on, Josh, but that's still mostly AI generated. Okay, what can humans add to the equation that AI currently cannot? Well, currently, AI does not fully understand the human condition. They don't understand nuance as well. They don't understand subtext as well. They're not going to understand sub-arcs and arcs on tops of arcs. They're not going to understand metaphor as well. They're not going to understand puns as well. They're not going to understand sarcasm as well. They're not going to understand humor as well. So that kind of meta information, not the wordsmithing. They got wordsmithing on lock. So if you're proud of your pretty prose, I'm sorry, you're pretty at this point. So don't be proud of your pretty prose. Be proud of your philosophy. Be proud of your understanding of the meta-narratives. Be proud of your understanding of the subtext. Be proud of your understanding of the upper arcs of the human condition, making the text relevant for people because you understand the emotions they're going through. And don't be trite. Don't be surface level, because the AI has you beat on trite and surface level out of the box. It's not hard at all. If you know what you're doing, it's not hard at all to prompt an AI to both detect content, as I showed you a couple of videos ago, and it's not hard at all to beat that and make AI generate content that you can't detect as well. I'm going to take my Better Writing Bot content, and I'm going to run it through my AI content detector, one of the ones that I wrote here. So I'm going to paste in the content out of here, out of OpenAI. I'm going to put it in my AI content detector, and I'll see if I'm able to detect it. I have no idea what'll happen. I just randomly decided to do this. You're doing it with me here. Let's go. Control Enter. Can it detect it? It does. So you see, it is possible in the arms race, if you're really smart with AI, to know how to generate this. It's sure that the above content was AI generated. It's 90% sure. Okay. Well, that's amazing. No other content detector can do it except for me. Again, as I said, I'm a bit of an AI whisperer. Okay, well, let's take the ChatGPT content. Surely this won't be able to be detected. And I admit, it's much better writing. So let's see. Let's go here to my AI content detector, placed it in, give it the inject start, Control Enter, and it says, yes, this was AI generated. I'm 90% sure due to the subtle cues in the text, such as a lack of emotion and the simple remedial structure. It detects the underlying logic. It detects the secret math that is underlining it that a human cannot see. That a human cannot see. So you see in the arms race, I just told you it was impossible to detect it. Now I'm detecting it. That's how the arms race is going to go. It's just going to one-up each other until we're going crazy in 5 or 10 years. And let's see if the first ones I generated off camera, just to see if this whole video I wanted to make would work, which is my favorite piece of writing with the sinfully tracking and the negativity. This is the best piece of writing I've gotten AI to generate, period, to date. Let's see if this best piece of writing can be detected by my AI content detector that I personally wrote. Let's see here, by understanding, being an AI whisperer and understanding how the subtle math works behind the scenes. What do you guys think? Control Enter, let's see. It thinks it was written by a human. See, it got past it because it understands the good and the bad, and there's subtext in this text. All right? That's why it passed, because there's subtext in it. See, the text here that didn't have subtext in the good and bad of cookies didn't pass. But the text here that had subtext and went a little bit more human with understanding the good and the bad and giving you the subtext of the topic of what's going on, it didn't pass. Even my content detector, it thought at 95% chance this was written by a human. So that's the fascinating arms race that we have going on now, guys. So this is a great time to be an SEO. This is a great time to be alive. This is a great time to be a human and to see AI being birthed and where it's coming from and how the content detectors and the writers are going to be one-upping each other. There's $1 billion in this industry and you need to be part of it somewhere. So if you want to learn more about AI content generation or detection, email me at joshpashinsky@gmail.com. For any of my AI whispering services. Also for search engine optimization, which is pretty much reverse engineering AI at this point. If you're doing any SEO and you want to do any SEO, have any SEO questions or how SEO relates to content writing or detection or how SEO relates to AI, just email me at joshpashinsky@gmail.com. I'd be happy to point you in the right direction, help you out. I also should mention I have a private for-pay mastermind group in SEO and AI using the cutting edge techniques. And I've shown you here some of the cutting edge techniques that nobody else knows right now. We are above the crust in AI generation and detection, more so than anybody else out there right now. Email me at joshpashinsky@gmail.com if you want to get in on the ground floor, because the money train is here, folks. You want to get in on this now. And it's super interesting and cool, this AI stuff. So writers, your job's not over. You just need to get a little bit smarter and just maybe a little bit more human. And that is the way you can beat the AIs. If you have any questions, email me at joshpashinsky@gmail.com, and I'll see you next time.